Good morning. Welcome to Mantra 108, where we've just started a beautiful peace mantra, and we'll be chanting it for 21 days. We are on our second day of learning this mantra. So as always, I need to just give it a few minutes for people to begin to join, for my mantra peeps to begin to join. Good morning. I see someone is here. So it always takes a few minutes for people to find the link and to pop on. So while I was waiting, I was looking at my Ganesha mantra or Ganesha oracle cards, which I love. I love this deck. My friend Andrew turned me on to this beautiful deck, Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. I kind of love to check in with oracle cards. I think it's a way of tapping into my own intuition. Gives me things to think about, gives me archetypal energy to look at. It gives me metaphors to explore. So these little oracle cards do a lot for me. And as I was looking through these Ganesha cards this morning, as I'm waiting for everyone to join, I found this paragraph, or this couple of sentences actually, that is just a good reminder for us. And it says, within each of us lies our intuitive knowing. Motivation and ideas are present there, yet untapped in this space within us. The spark of the divine waits patiently for us to tune in and to retrieve our guidance. So we're just tuning into ourselves here and retrieving that guidance that's already there in our own light of awareness that lives within each one of us. So it was nice, it's always nice to be reminded of that we really have everything that we need right in here. We just have to find ways to turn back to that place, to turn in rather than to turn out, to look in rather than to look out. Doesn't mean that we don't educate ourselves about what's happening in our world, what's been happening historically, what's been happening socially. There are all kinds of ways that we can educate ourselves to be astute listeners, astute observers, and astute learners about this physical world that we inhabit. But the more important lessons, those lessons of compassion, those lessons of observation, keen observation, those lessons of keen discrimination, viveka, which we've talked about before in our mantra practices, those lessons of really understanding what is true and what is not true, all of those things. That's what we get from tuning inward rather than looking outward. And doing spiritual study helps us to turn inward more. It guides us to turn inward more rather than looking outward so much. All right, good morning. I see several of you have joined now. So I'll quit rambling and philosophizing here and we'll get started. This morning I'm drinking decaf. I love the taste of coffee, but I can't handle the caffeine. So, our mantra. We spent all day yesterday, or not all day, but all of our session yesterday, really diving into the pronunciation and the meaning. So I'll do a very brief recap and then we'll begin to chant this morning. Again, we're not going to do a full 108 because we're going to take it very, very slowly until we begin to really get comfortable with the mantra. So we probably won't start to do 108 of these mantras until probably way later in this week. So you have a few more days to learn it. So the beautiful translation, I won't go word by word like I did yesterday, but the overall translation of this mantra, the first line, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ, may all beings be happy, be comfortable. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ, may all beings be free from dis-ease. Nirāmayāḥ, free from disease, free from illness, free from sickness. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu, may all beings see what is good, what is gracious. Or another way of putting that is, may all beings see what is spiritually uplifting for them. And Kaścidduḥkha, Bhāg, Bhavet, may no one suffer pain or sorrow. So what a beautiful mantra for us to be chanting, not only for ourselves, but for the benefit of all beings. So when we chant these Sanskrit mantras, I'll remind you that when we chant in the appropriate pronunciation of these mantras, we are actually bringing the form of what we're chanting into our internal space, into the space that we're in. So when we chant this mantra, we are creating this this ease, this happiness, this freedom from disease, this ability to see what is spiritually uplifting, and this ability to be free from pain and suffering, and the ability, if I didn't say it already, to be free from disease. So we're not just saying these words. When we pronounce them correctly, we're bringing the essence of these words. We're bringing the realness, the satya of these words into our being. We're becoming more peaceful. We're becoming more at ease. We're becoming less diseased. We're becoming more able to see what is spiritually uplifting. And we're becoming a person who is free from pain and sorrow. What an ultimate blessing that is, yes? So that's why we want to pronounce it appropriately. So I'm going to take you briefly through pronunciation of each line again. We did this in detail yesterday, and I will continue to encourage you to go back and practice that from yesterday's video, which you can get on Mantra 108 right here on Facebook or on my YouTube page. YouTube channel, I guess you'd call that. So the first line, Sarve Bhavantu. Remember, Bha, We're going to make that expression of air. Bhavantu. We put the tongue behind the front teeth for the tu, the. Bhavantu. Sukhinaḥ. Sukhinaḥ. We have that little ka, that little breath of air, that little puff of air there too. There. Sukhinaḥ. Sukhinaḥ. So again. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Again. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Again. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Again. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Good. The second line. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Again. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Remember the tu. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Good. That third line. Now this is the tricky one. Remember, Bhadrāṇi. So we've got the pa. Excuse me. We've got the da for Bhadrāṇi. We've got the da, we've got the ra, and we've got the na. Remember that. Da, ra, na. That tongue in the little cave in the top of our mouth for ra, and na. So Bhadrāṇi. 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 That's the trickiest word here, I think, for Western palates, for Western mouths. Sarve Bhadrani Paśyantu. Tu, remember? Sarve Bhadrani Paśyantu. Sarve Bhadrani Paśyantu. Good. And then that last line. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. So Bianca asked yesterday in Bhāg if we pronounce the G, and yes we do. Bhāg Bhavet. The is a little slighter though. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Good. All right. Now let's do it call and response, line by line without breaking it up like I just did. So I'll go call and response, and I'll respond to the response as well so that you can still follow me. So we'll do each line. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu, line by line, sorry. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Again. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Good. The second line. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Here comes our hardest word. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Good. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Good. All right. Now we'll do the whole thing, and we'll do it all very, very slowly. So I think I'll count on my mala beads just to see how many rounds we chant. We'll chant maybe for about maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, very, very slowly. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu ma Kaścidduḥkha Bhāg Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhavet. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaḥ. Sarve Santu Nirāmayāḥ. Sarve Bhadrāṇi Paśyantu. Kaścidduḥkha Bhavet. Sit with your silence for just a few moments. Open your eyes. So, oh dang it, I was doing a count and then I lost it. I forgot when I brought my beads into my palm. So I don't know how many we did there, but this mantra will proceed just as easily as all of our other mantras have, in a very timely manner. When we begin to get a little bit deeper and more easily into the pronunciation and the rhythm, later on this week we'll start to pick up the pace and we'll be able to chant our full 108. One thing that I wanted to say that I remembered as we were doing that's very slow round is that in the 3 times that the letter Bha appears, the BH looking thing, which is one letter in the Sanskrit alphabet, Bha, Bha. Bhadrāṇi, Bhāg, Bhavet. So what I wanted to say about that is to be sure and get plenty of breath before you make that sound in those 3 words. Because it's easy, actually, and in the first line too, but we've just started in the first line, so we all have good breath there. Bhavantu, Bhavantu. So I want you to listen to how it sounds when I do have good breath and when I don't have good breath. This is good breath. Bhavantu, 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 Bhavantu. This is not so good breath. Bhavantu, Bhavantu. You see, it begins to sound like a P rather than a B with that expressed air. And so there is a letter in the Sanskrit alphabet which is PH, Pa, like the word for fruit, for instance, is phala, phala, not bahala. You hear the difference. So we want to make sure that we're pronouncing the Bha rather than the Bha. Bha is a voiced sound. Bha is more of a whispered sound. Bha, 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 rather than Bha, Bha, Bha. So be sure that you have enough breath before those words. So, for instance, Sarve, if you need to take a breath there, Bhadrāṇi, to get that out, do it. Kaścidduḥkha, Bhāg. I took a breath there so that I can get that out. Bhāg, Bhavet. Now that I've said that, I also want to remind you that the rhythm of this, the rhythm of Sanskrit language is very important too. So we don't want to say Ma Kaścidduḥkha, Bhāg. We can't do that. We have to take a pretty quick breath to be able to get that out in the appropriate rhythm of the mantra. A lot of wonderful things to learn and to practice with this particular mantra that lets us dive a little bit deeper in our exploration of the beauty of Sanskrit. What I'm hoping is to reel you all in to perhaps want to study the Sanskrit alphabet with me. Once we know the full Sanskrit alphabet, then I can teach you a practice called Mantra Purusha, which instills each letter of the alphabet into different parts of our body. So we chant the alphabet to instill. It's a beautiful practice that helps us to memorize the alphabet and also helps us to enliven our body with the alphabet. So maybe later on down the road we'll do a Zoom class for learning the Sanskrit alphabet for those who are interested in diving even deeper. It's such a beautiful practice. All right. I will let you go for today. Please go back and review the pronunciation video from yesterday, unless you are really confident that you have all of the sounds down, and maybe you just review this morning, the first part of the video this morning where we practiced the sounds. But again, it's important that we get all the mouth placements correct and all the rhythm correct. And I'll talk a little bit more about the importance of that tomorrow. I'll talk to you about Varna, Matra, and my mind is blank. And Varna, Varna, Matra, varna is the pronunciation, matra is the meter, and svara is the tone. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that tomorrow morning and the importance of that. So, all right, we're off and running. I will see you tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock for day 3. Bye-bye.